Hello, growers. Looking to turn your homestead into a profitable business? Or are you a farmer looking to boost your sales? Check out my book, Sell Everything You Grow. This book is the ultimate guide to choosing the right farm business model that fits your farm, time, and location. Discover which model has the highest profit margins and why diversification is so important. Whether you're selling apples, vegetables, or microgreens, Sell Everything You Grow will help you find your first market or expand into new ones. Get Sell Everything You Grow on Amazon and start selling more today. So somebody who is 30, they worked in their 20s, they did what a lot of 20-year-olds do, bounce around, not so financially responsible, not wrecks, they don't have massive debt, but they just didn't save a lot. They do what a lot of 20-year-olds do. Got a little bit of savings saved up, no debt, and they want to approach farming under the Barlow method. Some people who can't, and this is where I was coming from in the previous question of your 20 years of smart financial decision. If you're 30 and you're starting, call that time zero when you want to take this on. If you don't have massive earning power, if you have expenses and you start at the farm and one person works. So we go that part of this.
Yep.
There's not a lot of surplus to set aside to build that fund. Is it then just stasis, try and grow, save what you can, cut expenses that you can, and just grow the business as you can and really lean on that business to grow family unit income that way? Like, how would somebody who's younger without a huge earning power job start to build that safety buffer without a 10-year plan? Hey, I don't want to do it when I'm 40. I can wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait a decade.
Yeah. I think one of the things that's every year you get older, you get closer to the time when you're not going to be able to work and earn anymore. And so I even look at that now. I do have a tendency to look at the worst case scenario just to know it's out there. I still have, if we lost all of our money today, I still have all of my 50s to earn money. When you're 30, you've got, well, I should say, I still have a lot of my 40s and all my 50s. When you're 30, you have an even bigger window of time. So I think the biggest thing when I talk to young people about finance, whether it's someone at church I've met or a friend in the homeschool community, it's because that's our community of people. My biggest thing is just really managing lifestyle creep at home. And so that's really this, and even with a small income, it can exist. You just end up spending all your money every year. It's every year you're earning a little bit more, and somehow at the end of the year, you're at the same place. And remember, what I would say to a person who's 30 is it's the Dave Ramsey thing. You're going to be in rice and beans. So you're eating rice and beans. You're living cheap. You're driving used cars, and then you just stay there. You just stay there. You're going to improve your life a little bit as you start to earn more money, but the first year you see a nice bump in what you're earning. Maybe the farm doesn't need a brand new pickup truck. And you mentioned no debt. It's before I started any business, I would eliminate debt as best I can. Our plan was really, we took time and we learned how to grow vegetables. So I would tell a person who's 30, it's like, why don't you take 3 years, both of you keep working and start a garden and plant a little bit of everything and see what you're able to grow, see how successful you are, see if you even like growing vegetables, sell them to your friends and family or neighbors. And then on year 3 or 4, maybe one of you goes to part-time and you say, okay, we're going to try to put a little more money into this. We're going to try to take a little risk with this and give up some income to try and see if the farm can replace that income, and just do that slow and steady over time. And if you're 30 and you get to 40 and you're like, we built this business pretty well, but it's not working. And we're not sure how we're going to make it long term. It's then at 40, you start over and you go back to work, and you've got plenty of time to earn some money to live on when you want to retire. So it's like, it takes all the exciting adrenaline out of entrepreneurship. But in my mind,
yeah, here's the pitch.
Yeah.
You can start your farm with a bigger safety buffer, more experience, a more aligned relationship financially, but you got to wait days. Or you can start today. And how it goes. And I think a lot of people are like, 900 days, that's like almost a presidential term. That's almost like college. It's high school.
Yeah.
But it really is. This will air in December-ish 2024. And I'm thinking, say you had this idea, I'm going to start farming in 2025. It's almost as though, let's just push that back, slide that back to 2026 at the earliest. You use 2025 to do so much of what you're suggesting. Do we even know what we spend? Because that's the first question. If you want to start a farm right now and you can't answer the question of how much do you spend each month to support your lifestyle, you probably shouldn't start the farm. That should be like a first telltale. That's a weed out question right there.
Yeah.
And then you use the next year to understand your finances, pay down debt, practice growing. Because the great thing about farming is, relative to other businesses, it's a cheap to get into, meaning you can practice if you have some land for little to nothing. Don't tell me seeds are expensive. They cost zero compared to starting whatever, an iPhone business. So you can practice growing. You can get the experience. If you have a partner, can come up with a plan of, how would this look? Does one of us need to get a job? Does one of us need to try and skill up in our current job? Maybe get a better position in our current job? Does one of us need to change jobs?
Yep.
What do I think of my job? Do I want to work part-time? Will they let me go part-time if I'm full-time? Could I maybe work full-time, but I'm remote? And you use a year to just do all this non-sexy stuff that doesn't involve buying anything from people like me or any of the companies out there, but it is all setting the table to take the next step with really no downside except you had to wait. Which, in this society of TikTok, it's like on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing, or Snapchat. Waiting a year is, I feel like now, as like somebody who used to have to wait 4 years for high school to be over. It just seems so far out there, but that's the approach. I think if you are nervous or want to do it, or you don't have some unfair advantage of taking over an already operating farm, something like that, how are you going to get X dollars of income that you need to survive in year one? It can't just be a hope and a prayer.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. Immediate gratification is the world we live in. There's so much, I won't say so much. There's some good that comes from the digital world, but there's a lot of not good. And this whole immediate gratification, instant success expectation is just brutal to people.
Hey there. Want to spend less time pulling weeds? Check out Soil Shield by Modern Grower. It's the pre-cut landscape fabric solution to help you drastically reduce weed pressure. Just roll it out, staple it down, and plant. Then let it do the work for you. Say goodbye to endless weeding and hello to more free time. Plus, it's high quality, durable, and will last for years, saving you time and money in the long run. It's available in a variety of row and hole spacings to accommodate all the crops that vegetable farmers grow. Learn more about Soil Shield landscape fabric at shop.moderngrower.co or using the link below.